bussin', not for discussion. We play with drums like shit is percussion. Stay with a hammer like this is construction. Drink too much Henny, might shoot up.
Yo, what's good, YouTube, man? It's Clutch. We're back out with another video, man. Today's video, I got you guys with this rare offensive threat build in NBA 2K23. Now, if you guys play 2K20, you guys definitely do remember the offensive threat. It's one of the most iconic point guard builds back in 2K20, and there actually is a way to make this build in this game. Now, first, before we do get into this build, man, I do want to give a shout out to my boy Jay the Man ATL. He's actually the one that requested to see this offensive threat build. So if you're watching this video, Jay the Man, this video is for you. So I did some research on this build, man, and I made the best version possible. This build is an offensive demigod. It's going to live up to its name, offensive threat. So we're going to be making the build a point guard, and this other stuff doesn't matter. That's personal preference. All right, y'all, now for the hype, man. Now listen to this. This build is getting every single driving contact dunk in the game, plus you're going to have a 92 3-ball goal limitless range. So for you to be able to do that, you do have to make a 6'3". You can maybe even go 6'4" too, but I think 6'3" is definitely the better height. So we're going 6'3", and then the weight. The reason why I'm putting the weight up so high to 203 pounds, as you guys see, pay attention to your acceleration. If you put it anything higher, you do indeed lose 90 acceleration. So we're going 203 pounds. And like I said, man, this build is getting every single driving contact dunk in the game. You're getting the pro driving contact dunks, the elite driving, and the smalls. So the wingspan, we're putting our wingspan all the way up to a 6'9". As you guys see, look at your 3-point shot at 92. That's what you need for goal limitless range. And look at your driving dunk. You have a 93 driving dunk. Like I said, you're getting every single driving contact dunk in the game. And the reason I went 93 and not 92, you unlock gold post riders, so you might as well do that. This is going to be a really offensive demigod build. So make sure you guys go 6'3", 203, and a 6'9" wingspan. And then body shape doesn't matter. I'm just going to pick defined. But it's personal preference. Obviously, it does not matter. All right, now moving on to the attributes for this offensive threat build, man. Make sure you guys do copy it down just like this. I'm going to tell you guys very key attributes that you cannot change if you do want to keep this build name. All right, the close shot. Here's the first attribute. The close shot has to be at least an 87. If it's not an 87, it's going to give you a completely different build name. I tried putting it down to 86. Like I said, it's not going to be an offensive threat. If you want the offensive threat build name, close shot has to be an 87. It's not bad though. As you guys see, you get gold fearless, Hall of Fame pro touch, gold fast twitch, gold masher, and stuff like that. Like I said, if you want offensive threat build name, close shot has to be an 87. Driving layup, we're putting this all the way up to an 80. 80 is definitely not bad. As you guys see, you do unlock silver slithery. I mean, we're going to get a gold regardless once we upgrade that driving dunk. Plus, you get silver acrobat, and I think 80 layup is good. And the reason for that, you get jelly layup, and you get Zach LaVine. People say Zach LaVine is the best layup package in the game, which you do have with this build. And you already have gold fearless finisher and Hall of Fame giant slayer regardless, so I think you should be fine with the 80 layup. And like I said, man, here is a really good thing about the build, the driving dunk. This build is going to have a 93 driving dunk. As you guys know, gold limos take off gold slithery and gold posterizer. Like I said, this build is getting every single contact dunk in the game. This build is gonna be dunking all over people. That's why it's called an offensive threat. This is really nice. Make sure you guys do copy down these finishing stats. All right, y'all, man. Now moving on to shooting with this build, man. The mid-range shot, you do have to put this to an 80. If you don't put your mid-range to an 80, it's gonna give you a completely different build name. Here is another thing. Like I said, make sure it's an 80. I was gonna tell you guys, I know most people don't really care about Hall of Fame mini magician, but you are 1 point off. If you want it, you can go 81. You're not getting any extra badge points, but you are unlocking Hall of Fame mini magician in case you do play like that. Most people don't really use that badge, so I'm just gonna go 80 mid-range. And then 3-point shot, like I said, this build does have a 92 3-pointer, which is excellent. So you're pretty much unlocking every good jump shot in the game, Stephen Curry base and stuff like that. Plus you're getting gold limitless range, gold agent 3s, gold blinders, and gold deadeye. Gold limitless range you can pull from extremely deep, and if you have a sharpshooting takeover on, like limitless range, it's like Hall of Fame limitless range once you have takeover. It is absolutely insane. A 92 3-ball is really nice, and like I said, you get pretty much any good jump shot in the game. And then our free throw, just in case you do want to use this build on the 5s, we are putting this all the way up to a 74. That's pretty good. If you have a good free throw, you really shouldn't be messing with that. It is a small guard, so this definitely would be an excellent build for the rec or the pro-am. All right, y'all, man. Now moving on to playmaking with this build, man. Here is another very key attribute, the pass accuracy. It has to be an 86. If you go anything lower than 86, again, it's going to give you a completely different build name. If you want offensive threat, go 86 pass ac. But like I've said in previous videos, man, 86 pass accuracy is absolutely insane. As you guys see, you get all your playmaking badges on Hall of Fame, plus you get gold needle threader and gold bailout. I think for point guards, it's definitely good to have pass accuracy like this. At 85 passing accuracy, you do unlock the LaMelo Ball pass style. So like I said, this build is going to be able to throw steamers. You can throw some really good passes with the 86 pass accuracy. Like I said, it does have to be that high for this offensive threat build name. Now ball handle, we are putting this pretty high as well. Now at first I was going to stop at only 92 ball handle because you do unlock Hall of Fame hyperdrive, and that is where you unlock all your drill moves. You unlock all your Trae Young, Stephen Curry drill moves at 92. I was thinking to stop there at first, but personally I went up to all the way to 94. As you guys know, at 94 you do unlock gold handles for days, which is definitely a really good badge to have, especially for the small guards. You're going to be dribbling around a lot, so having gold handles for days is definitely nice. Don't really worry about the Hall of Fame Unpluckable. You're probably thinking, let's go 95 for Hall of Fame Unpluckable, but I'm telling you from experience, I've had Hall of Fame Unpluckable and I still get ripped like nothing. I really don't think Hall of Fame Unpluckable is worth it, and neither is 2K Labs. They literally tested out Hall of Fame Unpluckable. They said you could save a badge point and just go down to gold because Hall of Fame really isn't a big difference. So we're going 94 ball handle for the gold handles for days. And Speedo Ball, as you guys know, you only need a 75 for Michael Jordan dribble style Speedo Ball, but I'm going up to 76 as you guys see, getting another badge point, so might as well do that. That's what we're doing for playmaking. And I'm being honest with you guys, man, this build, it is an offensive threat. It's not like a two-way build or anything. This build is going to have 0 defense. Well, it's going to have 1 defensive badge, but obviously this is a build you would use for 3s or 5s. You just want to hide in the corner all game. And obviously I've said in a couple of videos, because we've been making a lot of guard builds recently, this is just for the people that don't know what they're doing with a small guard on defense. Obviously you want to guard the corner, and as soon as your man tries backdooring or just runs to the paint, you run out to the corner, you have a big drop down. It's definitely a lot easier if you're playing rec, because you can easily hide this build in the corner, because most of the time you're going to have a center in the paint. It is a little bit harder on 3s. On 3s you definitely do need a good squad, but it's definitely possible if you have the right teammates. Alright, so our perimeter defense, we're putting this up to a 48. As you guys see, it does unlock us a badge point, and the vertical is going to be pretty high. I did put an 85 vertical because that is what you need for the small contact dunk, so I brought up the block to a 30, and it also brought up the defensive rebound to a 35. Since the vertical is an 85, you do have to have the stats just like this. Alright, y'all, man, now moving on to physicals with this build, man, we're going to be having a 76 speed, max out the acceleration to a 90. Like I said, the vertical is going to be an 85. 82 does unlock all the lead driving contact dunks, and if you go 85, you unlock the small contact dunks, which I think might as well, if you have such a high driving dunk, you might as well have every single driving contact dunk in the game, which you do unlock with this build with the 85 vertical. Like I said, if you're good with the dunk meter, you can dunk all over people. You have every single driving contact dunk in the game, and the rest of these attributes are going on stamina. We're going to be having a 95 stamina. Obviously with gym rat, it's going to be a 99. Don't need anything higher there. And as you guys can see, man, this is the build right here. 21 finishing, 25 shooting, 24 playmaking, and 1 defensive badge. Pretty good build. Like I said, it definitely lives up to its name, offensive threat. You have every single driving contact dunk in the game. You have a 92 3 ball, so you're getting every good jump shot you would ever want, and you have gold limitless range. You can pull from extremely deep, really good pass accuracy, really good ball handling. You unlock every single dribble move, and gold handles for days. Pretty solid build right here. But like I said, there are key attributes like the close shot has to be an 87, mid-range has to be an 80, and then pass accuracy has to be an 86. Just make sure you guys do that, and you guys should have this offensive threat build name. Alright, man, the takeover. So as you guys see, we get slasher, shot creator, sharpshooter, and playmaker. With this build, you guys do have a 93 driving dunk. I would highly recommend you throw on a slashing takeover. Easy blow-bys is the best slashing takeover in the game. You can either throw it on primary or secondary, depending on how you're going to be playing. Like I said, if you guys do throw on 1 limitless range takeover, I think it's so OP, you might as well throw it on. Like I said, since you already have gold limitless range, with 1 limitless range takeover, it's pretty much like you have Hall of Fame limitless range. You can pull from the logo and rec. It's insane, so I highly would recommend you throw on limitless range primary. And like I said, this build does have every single driving contact dunk in the game, a 93 dunk, so I'm personally going to recommend you guys throw on slasher. Like I said, if you're playing on rim running more with this build, then maybe you could throw on slasher first. It's completely up to you, but this is what I would roll with personally. And as you guys can see, man, this build is similar to Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, Damian Lillard, and De'Aaron Fox. Like I told you guys, man, this build is called an offensive threat. This build definitely does live up to its name. It's actually a really solid point guard build. Like I said, this build has crazy shooting and really good finishing. I wasn't tell you guys, now I did see they actually have a build that's called a versatile offensive threat. So if you guys would like to see the versatile offensive threat, I have not looked into the build yet, so I'm not sure like how much different it is from the regular offensive threat. But if you guys would like to see that build, let me know down in the comment section below. If there's any other rare builds you would like to see, please let me know down in the comment section below. And as you guys see in the very beginning of the video, if you give me a build to make, I will shout you out right in the beginning of the video. I would really appreciate that. Make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'm out.